want you guys to take a look around the room. Look everywhere. Okay. And then I'm going to call each of you to come up here and draw two things. So draw. So you can't write the word of it. So you can't write like calendar or book. You have to draw a book. It doesn't have to be perfect, I promise, because I'm a really bad artist. So, Angel, thank you for volunteering. Two objects, my friend.
Two?
Two of them, yep, because there's only four of us.
Okay.
So yeah, it has to be different. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
Lantern thing?
Oh.
No. So obviously you can't draw the same thing if somebody already drew it. So maybe if we don't understand.
What if there's like a different book?
So just draw a book. Don't write the title or any details. Just kind of like the basic. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Cool. You can pick who goes next.
Thank you.
So thumbs up if you know what the objects that Angel wrote. Yes? Yeah. What are they?
The lantern and chairs.
Got it? Cool. Ooh, fancy! Okay, so does everybody thumbs up if you know what that is? Or in the middle if you know what one of them is?
Is Jenny coming up here?
Dry, can you tell us what they are?
That's a table.
Oh, okay.
I just told her about all the
Oh, the name tags, okay. Cool. Alright, your turn. There's so much stuff in here. I know you can think of something.
One day at a time.
One day at a time, and that way I could just kind of, pick and choose.
Sure.
That would be nice. Every other day would be nice, or every couple of days. So.
Well, I hope you come back to second.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
That's,
And thanks again.
that's what came to my mind.
Oh, I hope to see you back.
We will.
Well, good.
We will. That was so nice.
I know when I
Okay.
Jack Mom.
Guys, maybe we should let her finish before we judge. Oh, banana. Yeah?
And it seems like it's never going to be easier, but I also know that a few years ago I had a student that was deaf, and she had an interpreter. Their interpreter is very Christian, wonderful, probably like one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And one day I was saying something about like my 3 kids, or something, and she was like, "Do you think it's hard to look at their room semester? Basically, you have to look at them empty." And I was like, "Aww."
Yeah.
I guess I've been training my brain that every time things are stressful or whatever, it's like, remember, there's going to be a day you're going to miss this, that being sound, and this is the
Ooh, okay. Thumbs up if you know what she just drew.
And I work too,
Is it a calendar?
Oh my gosh.
Number grid? Oh.
Oh, that's
Okay, well, yeah, it's a square.
Wait, there's a banana in this one?
The hours.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm just
There's like thousands of bananas. I'm just kidding. Good question.
So that's what I'm saying.
All right, so thumbs up if you know what she just drew. Okay, so we have a pencil, crayon, a tree. Yeah, a tree. A tree. Yes, a tree. A lantern, a chair, a rug, and a banana. Right. So I'm going to make a sentence or a phrase with pictures, and I want you to think about what am I trying to say with these pictures, okay?
Okay.
So, cute chair. And Okay, so raise your hand and tell me what you think I'm trying to say. So obviously it's a crayon, a rug, a chair, and a table, right? But there has to be like something that's being said about it, right? Because if you just say the names of the objects, that doesn't really tell me anything. So what do you think? You can use your imagination, guys.
Amy Ford, please call extension 12500. Amy Ford, please call extension 12500.
Okay, so the point is you can interpret this many ways, right? So what Jariah thinks might be different than what Angel thinks, right? And both of those things can be different than what it actually means, right? Because what I was trying to say is go color at the carpet and then go sit at your table,
I was thinking something like that.
right? But that doesn't mean if someone sees this, they're just gonna be like, okay, well, I don't really know what you're trying to say. They could say, go find a crayon at the carpet and
then sit down.
Yeah, and sit down.
That's what I thought.
So it's like different ways because there's not a clear. So it's not a clear sentence. There's not words. There's not sound. So you don't really know what I'm saying, right? So in ancient Egypt, all in Egypt, you guys know where Egypt is and whatnot. Okay. So there used to be something called hieroglyphics. Do you guys know what hieroglyphics are? You have kind of like a clue. You've ever seen like those drawings and like carvings and like stones and big.
Like his people. The tree thing.
Yeah. So usually it's like it looks like a person and they're doing something. They're sitting or they're doing something. That's how other civilizations in ancient Egypt used to communicate. So do you see how maybe that's kind of confusing?
Yeah.
Right? Like if you are trying to, you're like, okay, I need my friend to know that they need to go sit at the carpet in color and then go sit at their table. And you send them this. And then they're like, wait, do I have to go get a crayon and sweep the carpet? And then, like, they're so confused. So do you, like, those hieroglyphics let us know what kind of things they did, right? So if you have, like, a person that's washing some clothes or something like that, that you know that that's what they did back then. We wouldn't have that then, right? Do we wash our clothes, like, with our hands? We have washing machines and things like that, right? So it doesn't just tell us about what they were doing, it tells us what kind of life they were living. Does that make sense, friends? Okay, so we're going to do something different now. So we're going to, each of these pictures, we're going to put a letter to it. Okay? So we can do... So this stands for B, L, E, A, and T.
What about those? Those other two. What about the other two?
All right. Well, L.
No, the ones to your left.
Where?
To your left.
Oh, sorry. They're so like by themselves. I forgot about them. S and P. All right. So now I'm going to do the same thing. So they're going to be in an order. But now I'm making a word, okay? I erased the carpet, I'm sorry. That could be X. Alright, so... Alright, so someone tell me what this says. Angel.
Table.
Table. Can everybody agree that it says table?
Yes.
Right. There's no argument. You're not going to be like, no, it doesn't. That doesn't say table. Yes, it does, because we know for sure that this stands for B, this stands for L, right? Right. So when we attach like a sound or a letter to something, then there's no mistake. If you sent this to your friend, they would know, okay, they want me to know table for whatever reason, right? But if it wasn't attached to something like that, then it could mean so many other things. Right?
Yeah.
I have, okay, hold on. I have my lesson plan. Where did it go? Where did I put the paper?
Right here.
Here somewhere? Yes, right here. All right. So those two things are called pictographic. So pictographic is when I put these up here and they didn't have a meaning, right? So before I put the letters up here, that was a pictographic.
Yeah, when we did it.
Yeah, when you just saw the picture of it, you didn't really know what I was trying to say. Okay, and then when I attach it to something, it is phonetic. Can you say phonetic? Phonetic. So that means that I'm attaching like a sound or a letter. In this case, it's a letter, right? But it's the same thing, right? T says t. So we know that t, a, o. So we can put that word together. So phonetic is when you add the sound. And then pictographic is just when you have a picture. It kind of has the word picture, but it's pictographic. So that's an easy way to remember. Alrighty. You guys are so smart. You're just going really fast, aren't you? Okay, let me see. Alright, so I want you guys to partner up. So you're going to be, because you guys are by yourselves and they're together. Sorry. Alright, so you're going to get, let's see. Yes, you're going to get this, and this. And you're also going to get a little translation thing. So you're going to look at, you can just get a pencil from one of those bins in the middle. So your job, you're going to look at your hieroglyphics, or fancy smashy word for these symbols, right? So you're going to, there's a message written at the top, right? It says translate. So your job is to, for every symbol, you're going to actually substitute it for a word. So like exactly what we did up here. So you're going to find the picture for the letter. Would it say something about the Rosetta Stone?
Yes,
I know
the
the big-
Rosetta Stone, the key to
I think this video was talking about the Rosetta Stone too, or is talking.
Yeah, that's the Rosetta Stone.
Oh yeah, that's the Rosetta Stone right there.
I just know that because I read it from this video.
So that's the Rosetta Stone on the board.
Why is it so famous? It's just a stone.
Because I think it's like in very different languages, or hieroglyphics and stuff. Oh, all those little squiggly lines are like
Oh, I thought
symbols
that was
and
I
things.
thought that was just like marks.
All right, so we're gonna fill this graphic organizer really, really quickly. So we have phonetic and we have pictographic. While you can still work, but someone tell me some differences between the two. So phonetic, what is phonetic? So phonetic was like the second example of the things that we did around the room, right? When we attached like a certain sound or letter to it. So we could say that phonetic is more what? Is it more specific or is it broad? Specific. It's more like, okay, this says this. There's no doubt about it, right? So it's more specific. Where pictographic is more broad. Like it could mean rug, or it can mean go sit at the
rug. It could mean pick up the trash at the rug. There's so many things, so it could be broad. But both of those things are symbols, right?
Yes.
Whether it's a little picture or whether it's like lines to make an A or an E or whatever, they're both symbols. Awesome. Are you done?
I just make my.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be real fancy, guys. Really doesn't.
Mine is not.